Let them keep their mirrors clean and chase some airbrush magazine. I've lived through storms, I've danced through pain, felt every joy, survived the strain. They say we fade, but I draw near to the truth that grows with every year. Let them just
come, go with me, something for you to see. Time to be kind, leave the madness behind. There's no better way to be. When you're free in Fredonia, breathe in the air you want to, shaking hands with your neighbors and friends. Free in Fredonia and happy again.
Take my hand, join in the band, write what is true, the song that's in you, to be happy again. Happy again. When you're free in Fredonia, breathing the air you want to, shaking hands with your neighbors and friends. Free in Fredonia and happy again. So pack up your worries, your troubles and woes, put them all behind you and close the door. Close the door. Close the door.
Come sing with me. What you dream can be. Take a walk outside, slow down life's ride, so everyone can see. When you're free in Fredonia, breathe in the air you want to, shaking hands with your neighbors and friends. Free in Fredonia and happy again. When you're free in Fredonia, breathe in the air you want to, shaking hands with your neighbors and friends. Free in Fredonia and happy again. Happy again. There's a fly in the barn with a ball in his hands, and his name is mentioned time to time. They watched him on TV when we told the world to go pee, and Wilma was forgotten for a while, and the jukebox was golden where we used to dance, and 11.91 to find true love. But the Camelot was more, with Buford at the door, and we'd end up at the poor man's country club. And the last train is left for the gateway to the south. The big band is playing at the cave. You'll end up at Two Rivers to buy yourself some shoes relax and ride with dreams to give from those who really care. And the last train is left for the gateway to the south. The big band is playing at the cave. You'll end up at Two Rivers to buy yourself some shoes to walk to Sergeant Carter's Greenwood grave. And the Mason Rudolph houses invite the golf balls in. Their windows are covered with towels. And Pettigo's Hardware, everything you want is there. If it's not, you really didn't need it anyhow. And the boot on the hill is walking someplace still, and the floods rise with the river's might. When we slept while the walls blew down, then woke to a brand new town, and the top spot was born that winter night. And Gander is a place where a plane went down and left a lot of sad folk behind. The flag for which they died still flies on Riverside and shows the courage of a town and the test of time. And the last train is left for the gateway to the south. The big band is playing at the cave. You'll end up at Two Rivers to buy yourself some shoes to walk to Sergeant Carter's Greenwood grave. You'll end up at Two Rivers to buy yourself some shoes to walk to Sergeant Carter's Greenwood grave. To walk to Sergeant Carter's Greenwood grave.
On a canopied country road among green fields in Tennessee, I stopped in awe at beauty there, a masterpiece to be seen. Past trees in the horizon, mirrored images of leaf and limb. The sky was blue with light peeking through, casting shadows upon my skin. Oh, Tennessee, my Tennessee, the memories wrap their arms around me. The mountains and the streams enhance my every dream. I'm grateful for the things the good Lord gives to me, and I thank Him every day for my life in Tennessee. The colors meld together with rainbows among the trees. Picture of art presented to all, but only discovered by me. A cloud tried to drift and cover, but the artist's light stayed to gleam, causing me pause and to remember who created that Tennessee scene. And when the storms come rolling in, I find peace in Tennessee, where my heart belongs. Oh, Tennessee, my Tennessee. The memories wrap their arms around me. The mountains and the streams enhance my every dream. I'm grateful for the things the good Lord gives to me, and I thank Him every day for my life in Tennessee.
He rode in on the horse he stole from Miller's farm next door. Whiskey breath and a crooked smile clattered through the general store. He tipped his hat to the preacher's wife and sang a cowboy tune. But fate was riding right behind, and it'd catch him all too soon. Now he swings where the oak tree leans, a lesson in the breeze, blown by prairie winds that tell of boots that failed to flee. You can gamble, curse, and fight your man, but one rule still applies: don't ever drink and ride at night on a horse you didn't buy. He drifts by, lariat round his neck, a silhouette at dawn, a warning carved in weathered bark: that stallion wasn't yours, son. They say Farmer Miller tracked him down with vengeance in his eye. The town folks say he never missed, and the outlaw learned why. Now he swings where the oak tree leans, a lesson in the breeze, blown by prairie winds that tell of boots that failed to flee. You can gamble, curse, and fight your man, but one rule still applies: don't ever drink and ride at night on a horse you didn't buy. Whiskey high and think to steal a steed, you best remember Miller's aim and how that fool did bleed. The grave's still shallow, the rope's still tight, and justice still rides fast in towns where stolen horses are the crimes that never pass. Yeah, he swings where the oak tree leans, a tale the coyotes wail. His boots point down his soul, blown wide by Miller's lead and shell. So if you're thinking of a midnight ride, there's one rule that applies: don't ever drink and ride at night on a horse you didn't buy.
Tennessee is where I was born, and it will always be my home, where church bells ring on Sunday morn, and gospel songs aren't sung alone, with music born in every town, from mountain streams to river shore, where voices rise and roots run deep, and the chorus never ends, like a hymn the ages lend. How could you ask for more?
Greens of rolling hills change with fall to scenes of gold like heaven's door.
The Cumberland flows through Music City, humming songs from days before, with music born in every town, from mountain streams to river shore, where voices rise and roots run deep, and the chorus never ends, like a hymn the ages lend. How could you ask for more? No matter where I decide to roam, though mom and dad have long since gone, I can hear them calling me home, back to the hills where I belong, to my beautiful Tennessee home. With music born in every town, from mountain streams to river shore, where voices rise and roots run deep, and the chorus never ends, like a hymn the ages lend. How could you ask for more? How could you ask for more?
Lines on my face, they ain't battle scars. They're maps of the roads that brought me this far. Silver in my hair, wisdom in my eyes, each wrinkle earned under heaven's skies. They chase the past in flashing lights, but I've got peace and quiet nights. Let them keep their mirrors clean and chase some airbrush magazine. I've lived through storms, I've danced through pain, felt every joy, survived the strain. They say we fade, but I draw near to the truth that grows with every year. Let them judge, I'll stand here clearer, proudly breaking society's mirror. I've seen love rise and watched it fall, held grandbabies, answered every call. Used to run fast, now I walk slow, but I see things young hearts don't know. They praise the young, the smooth, the bright, but I've got roots that hold me tight. Let them keep their mirrors clean and chase some airbrushed magazine. I'll sing my song, I'll lift my prayer for every soul with silver hair. They say we fade, but I'll draw near to the truth that lives beyond the years. Let them judge, I'll stand here clear, proudly breaking society's mirror. Yeah, let them judge, we're growing dear every time we break society's mirror. We're never too old. There's a place two rivers meet at the top of Tennessee. You hear the song about the last train gone to the town that's home to me. Now the railroad tracks go nowhere where the 10th Street Depot stands. The train shut down when the bridge turns round and the boats call out all hands. Though the wind might call my name, I know my sweet memories won't let me go. I'm on the banks of the Red River where the Cumberland flows. Are the Roxy lights still shining to show where dreams are born? Our summer dates on magic skates still on pine wood floors? Do the movies show at sunset? Are the cars there in a line? No way to lose on a Shoney's cruise, finding love on a weekend night. Though the wind might call my name, I know my sweet memories won't let me go. I'm on the banks of the Red River where the Cumberland flows. No way to lose on a Shoney's cruise, finding love on a weekend night. Though the wind might call my name, I know my sweet memories won't let me go. I'm on the banks of the Red River where the Cumberland flows.
did they move to East Sango? There's still a few sinners down Fredonia way who still refuse to go. Where is the road less taken to find one's pretty hard? Lots of pain in the middle lane on Wilmer's Boulevard. Where are the saints in Bethlehem? Is there a bright star to see? It's almost like a tour through hell on the way out of Tennessee. Where is the road less taken to find one's pretty hard? Where are the saints in Bethlehem on Friday they're going home? When your gas light is on empty and your last nerve is exposed. Where is the road less taken to find one's pretty hard? There are no saints in Bethlehem, just 7-lane misery. I'll say a prayer when you're over there.
No debates, no drama. Get ready for some fun and join us now for the free in Fredonia Show.
Your pleasure, gents. Highball. Tall glass, no ice, just a little mite of fizz water. Keep a liquor out of it and fill it up with sarsaparilla.
Here's your host, Gary SannaBlue Baker.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Free and Fredonia Show. This is Monday. We got a lot of new stuff that is going to be going on. I've got some things that are planned for you guys. I think you're going to enjoy them. We've got a new look, and I'm experimenting every day with new stuff, trying to come up with something new and exciting. If you think about it, and you can look online, there's nobody else is doing what we're doing. So we're kind of paving the way. We're making our way here. So anyway, welcome to the show. Today we're going to be talking about the Civil War. And if you guys are anything like me, I love history, and the Civil War is just fascinating. It's a fascinating subject. We're going to find out how much you know, how much you remember from those days in history class. Hey, everybody, Bill, Sharon, I see Linda, I see Anthony. Everybody is showing up. It's good to see you. The weekend is over. I hope you had a good weekend. Today's Monday. It's time to get back in the saddle, do the things that we do. And anyway, go ahead and hit those share buttons. Let everybody know what we're doing and welcome them to this craziness. And we'll get started with a game right now. Let's go to the word for the day.
Be on your guard. Stand firm in the faith. Be courageous. Be strong. 1 Corinthians 16:13. Spiritual alertness plus steady faith produces courage and strength. Stay vigilant and unshakable.
Everybody said amen. Anthony, be strong. It's going to work out, bud. Trust me. I know there are times when life is just so hard and overwhelming. You just want to go into a corner sometime and not come back. But trust me, it will get better. Your car is going to get fixed and everything's going to be fine. You just got to hang in there, keep pushing, pushing and keep trying. Anyway, the main thing is don't give up. Don't give up. That's the main thing. Hey, Susan. Hey, Janie. I'm glad that y'all have joined us. Today, we're going to be talking about the Civil War. I have been told that some of y'all are using outside help to answer the questions, and that is perfectly okay. That's fine. Any way you want to do it, it's fine. The more people you get involved, that makes it that much more fun. Let me go up here and adjust my camera just a second. I got some things on. Let me check this just a second. Hold on. There we go. It's blowing me out there. All right. Let's go ahead and remind everybody how to play this game. Here's Gloria.
Welcome to the free Fredonia Show. Be sure you like and share with everybody. It's going to be lots of fun with interesting trivia questions on a variety of subjects. The way you play is, the question will be posted on screen with 4 possible answers. You'll have just enough time to choose the answer you think is correct and type in the correlating number in the comments section. Be sure to watch the timer at the top of the screen so you will get your answer in before the cutoff. After you post your choice, give Gary a few seconds to tabulate the answers, and the correct response will be noted before advancing to the next question. Good luck. Now, back to Gary.
Say bye-bye. All right, here we go. I saw Kat had made a posting earlier about the Civil War, so which she hasn't shown up. Maybe she'll show up in a few. Anthony, you want to talk about car problems? I can tell you about car problems. I got a parking lot out here full of car problems. These horses that are out front in my front yard, they don't know it yet, but they might be utilized here in the next day or two if we don't get some of this ride issue taken care of. Anyway, it's all going to work out. So just hang in there and take your mind off from it for a few minutes playing some Civil War trivia. I've looked at some of these questions. Some of them are kind of hard. So, I'm sorry. Kat's not feeling well. Okay. Thank you, Sharon. Here we go. First question. Who was president of the Confederate States during the Civil War? Was it Ulysses S. Grant, Lee, Jefferson Davis, or Andrew Johnson? Who was the president of the Confederate States during the Civil War? Ulysses S. Grant, Robert E. Lee, Jefferson Davis, or Andrew Johnson? Let me say hello to Lee Ann. I just saw her. She popped up. Glad that she is pushing the right buttons. I hope y'all had a good weekend. I know I did. It was very nice. They had a nice pool, the last pool party, I guess, of the summer. Jefferson Davis, Sharon, Linda, Anthony, and Bill. Need to say hello to Bill. He's been gone for a few days. We've missed Bill, but he's back. And he got the first question right. Question 2. What year did the American Civil War begin? 1870, 1865, 1861, or 1855? What year did the American Civil War begin? 1870, 1865, 1861, 1855. Linda, where is your crew tonight? I'm hearing voices. What year did the American Civil War begin? When I was a kid, I mean, my grandparents, 1861. Everybody got it right. I don't know where my whistle is. Anyway, I owe you a whistle. 1861. Sharon, everybody got it right. Anyway, when I was a kid, my grandparents, I mean, and they remembered stories from their grandparents about the Civil War. So it was, they made it feel very, very alive. Question 3, which battle is considered the turning point of the Civil War? Was it the Battle of Shiloh, the Battle of Gettysburg, the Battle of Bull Run, or the Battle of Antietam? Which battle is considered the turning point of the Civil War? The Battle of Shiloh, Battle of Gettysburg, Battle of Bull Run, the Battle of Antietam. I was talking about this the other day with someone, and we were discussing about what was the pivotal, this exact same question, and we didn't know it. We were guessing like everybody else. I appreciate everybody showing. It was the Battle of Gettysburg, Leanne and Janie. Now, you know, disclaimer, Janie's got like Sarah and Maggie helping her. So, you know, they're two very, very smart girls. So we need to put that disclaimer in there. Anyway, welcome. Question 4. What was the main cause of the Civil War? Was it trade disputes, territorial expansion, taxation, or slavery? Oh, and Carter. Yeah, we better not forget Carter. Carter's probably smarter than all of them. What was the main cause of the Civil War? Trade disputes, territorial expansion, taxation, or slavery? Oh, Carter, he knows about stuff. He's mechanical minded. He knows how to fix stuff. What was the main cause of the Civil War? Anyway, I was talking about my grandparents. They would tell me stories about, you know, relatives they knew, like my great grandfather. He lost an arm in the Civil War. Slavery. Everybody got it right. I thought I saw that whistle around here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Here you go. All right. Get a whistle if everybody gets it right. It's the least I could do. Question 5. Who commanded the Union Army at the end of the Civil War? Was it William T. Sherman, Ulysses S. Grant, Thomas J. Jackson, or George B. McClellan? Who commanded the Union Army at the end of the Civil War? William T. Sherman, Ulysses S. Grant, Thomas J. Jackson, or George B. McClellan? Oh, okay. Linda's on Facebook. I see most of y'all are on Facebook. There's a few of you on YouTube. Anyway, I guess you can see everybody's comments. That's the main thing. Ulysses S. Grant commanded the Union Army at the end of the Civil War. Very good. Everybody got it right. Let's go here. Yeah, we made it. Look at the leaderboard. Sharon is so smart. And then Leanne, look at there. With Linda and Janie. All right, this is question 5, so we got a long way to go. Look at the points. The faster you answer, if it's correct, the more points you get. So That might mean the difference. Here we go. Back to the game. Where did General Robert E. Lee surrender to end the war? Was it Richmond, Gettysburg, Fort Sumter, or Appomattox Courthouse? Where did General Robert E. Lee surrender to end the war? Richmond, Gettysburg, Fort Sumter, Appomattox. Susan, we're glad you're playing. Everybody needs to welcome Susan. I've seen her on here before, but she's ventured back. We didn't scare her off, I don't guess. Where did Robert E. Lee surrender? Anyway, glad you're here. The Civil War. Anyway, I guess it would be my great-great-grandfather, lost his arm. They called him One-Arm Bill, I guess. But he lost his arm in the Civil War. So that's family lore that was handed down to me that made it interesting. All right, here we go. Question 7. Which amendment abolished slavery in the United States? Was it the 15th Amendment, the 14th Amendment, the 13th Amendment, or the 12th Amendment? Leanne, you keep hitting the wrong buttons. I can't help you. Which amendment abolished slavery in the United States? 15th, 14th, 13th, or the 12th? Anyway, we had a big, nice pool party this weekend to kind of, I guess, celebrate we're not really celebrate but anyway, say goodbye to summer. Or anyway, it was just a good reason to get together, I guess. The 13th Amendment. I am very impressed. Everybody got it right. That's very impressive. Anyway, you did. You got it right. Question 8 coming up here. Pool party. What was the name of the first major battle of the Civil War? Was it the first Battle of Bull Run, the Battle of Vicksburg, the Battle of Fredericksburg, or the Battle of Chancellorsville? What was the name of the first major battle of the Civil War? First Battle of Bull Run, Battle of Vicksburg, the Battle of Fredericksburg, the Battle of Chancellorsville. Several years ago, we went to several reenactments, Civil War reenactments that were just, it was fascinating. And they used to have one at Fort Donelson like every year, but they haven't had one out there in some time. So, but it was pretty tremendous. The first Battle of Bull Run, Sharon, Janie, Linda, and Bill got that right. Anyway, we would go to that, to the reenactment and went to Shiloh. Oh, it's amazing. Question 9. Who assassinated President Abraham Lincoln? Was it Lee Harvey Oswald, John Wilkes Booth, James Earl Ray, or Charles Guiteau, I guess would be. I don't know. Charles. Who assassinated President Abraham Lincoln? Lee Harvey, John Wilkes, James Earl, or Charles? Maggie, do you know that one? Maggie, you're helping your mama. I bet you that Maggie doesn't one she doesn't know. Maggie's a senior this year. Can you imagine that? Those that know and love her. When she was just like, 2 feet tall and would hide behind Janie's knee. John Wilkes Booth. Everybody, Leanne, everybody. All the names are up there. Question 10 coming up. Anyway, those days are long ago. Now she's a senior and she's getting to where she talks back all the time. Which state was the first to secede from the Union? Was it Virginia, South Carolina, Mississippi, or Georgia? Which state was the first to succeed from the Union? Virginia, South Carolina, Mississippi, or Georgia? Get your answers in. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Maggie got hit in the head with a soccer ball in the head. Well, if it'd been anywhere else, she might have got hurt. I hope she's all right. Maggie is an extraordinary soccer player. We couldn't talk her into playing basketball, so she took up soccer and is very, very good at it. But goalie, yeah, she's a goalie. South Carolina. Leanne, Sharon, Linda, and Bill. All right, Maggie's fine. Well, tell her everybody's happy. We don't want her getting hurt. All right, that's question 10. And I want to go look at the leaderboard again. Sharon is still holding, but Leanne has dropped to 5th. Oh, my goodness. You missed a few there, Leanne. Linda and Bill have moved in. All right, here we go. We're going to carry on. We're going to get through this. Question 11. What document did Lincoln issue that declared slaves free in rebel states? The Gettysburg Address, the Emancipation Proclamation, the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights. What document did Lincoln issue that declared slaves free in rebel states? Gettysburg Address, Emancipation Proclamation, Declaration of Independence, or the Bill of Rights? Yeah, those Sarah and Maggie. Sarah is now going to college. Oh my goodness, it's just almost unbelievable. The Emancipation Proclamation, everybody got it right. Yeah, Sarah is going to college and being grown up. That's what they do. Here we go. Question 12. Which general led the famous March to the Sea? William Tecumseh Sherman, Philip Sheridan, George Meade, Ambrose Burnside. Which general led the famous March to the Sea? William Tecumseh Sherman, Philip Sheridan, George Meade, or Ambrose Burnside? I guess you know I have a thing about William Tecumseh Sherman. I wrote a song about Shiloh several years ago, so it tells my true feelings about him. Anyway, which general led the famous March to the Sea? He will never, never, never be forgotten in some parts of the South. That's 80% of you got it right. Leanne, Janie, Linda, and Bill. They know about Sherman. All right. Here we go with question 13 coming up. Oh, I've been meaning. I'll tell you after this question. Here we go. What ironclad ship fought to the USS Monitor in a historic naval battle? Was it the USS Constitution, the HMS Warrior, the CSS Virginia, or the CSS Alabama? What ironclad ship fought the USS Monitor in a historic naval battle? The Constitution, the Warrior, the Virginia, or the Alabama? Anyway, while y'all are answering that question, the next line. we've got to talk about that because we're going to do that again. I've changed it up a little bit. It's calculating the answers. And we'll talk about it in a minute, but I want everybody to listen to the new format. I think oh no, nobody got it. CSS Virginia fought the USS Monitor. Nobody got it. No whistle. All right, question 14. Here we go. How many states succeeded from the Union during the Civil War? Was it 9, 7, 13, or 11? How many states succeeded? 9, 7, 13, or 11? This is stuff that if you were in history school, you should have been paying attention. Instead of messing around back there chewing gum and carving on the wooden desk. Does anybody in this crew, do you remember going to school that had wooden desk instead of metal? Anyway, yeah, the old seats that flop down. I'm telling my age now, but yeah, that's the way it was. And you learn history, reading, writing, and arithmetic. Nobody got it. Nobody got it. It was 11. 11 states. All right, now you know. So when it comes up in a conversation in the future, you're going to know how to talk about it. Question 15. Which side had more industrial resources and railroads? Here we go. Was it the Union, neither side, Confederacy, or both equally? Which side had more industrial resources and railroads? Answer carefully. The Union, neither side, the Confederacy, or both equally? Time is up. That's really kind of an obvious question. I mean, everybody knows it. The people down south, they were growing cotton. The Union up there, they were making guns and stuff. Anyway, the Union got it right. Everybody got it right. Congratulations. That's question 15. Let's pause it. Go to the leaderboard. Linda Baker Bragg, look at that. And Bill Hoy, the lead has dramatically changed. Linda Baker Bragg, I bet Steve Bragg is probably over there sitting in a recliner directing answers to you. Well, that's good. I hope he does. Anyway, let's get back to the game. This is close. Look at the points. Bill Hoy, he is hanging right there with him. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to have to take a nerve pill. This is so intense. Yeah, Steve, that's what I thought. Here we go. Question 16. What color uniforms did Union soldiers typically wear? Red, green, gray, or blue? What color uniforms did Union soldiers typically wear? Red, green, gray, or blue? Some of these questions were kind of on the difficult side, and then some of them weren't. This is one that happened. Anyway, somebody might not know this. What color uniforms? I wonder if Maggie knows this one. See, those girls need to compete on their own, Janie. Let them compete. Let them get into the fray. Blue. Oh my goodness. Oh no. What color uniforms did Union soldiers typically wear? Leanne is the only one that got that one right. How can I say shame on you? Anyway, let's move on and try to recover from this embarrassment. Which city served as the capital of the Confederacy after Montgomery? Richmond, Virginia, Nashville, Tennessee, Charleston, South Carolina, or Atlanta, Georgia? Which city served as the capital of the Confederacy after Montgomery? Richmond, Nashville, Charleston, or Atlanta? Oh, Sarah and Maggie don't have Facebook. Well, that's probably good. They don't need to be on social media, I don't guess. Anyway, they can help you. Y'all can be the team over there. What city? Linda hadn't heard. I guess Brian is doing okay now. I hope. Richmond, Virginia. Sharon, Janie, Linda, and Bill. Got it right. All right. Here we go. Question 18. What was the bloodiest single-day battle of the Civil War? The Battle of Shiloh, the Battle of Gettysburg, the Battle of Chancellorsville, or the Battle of Antietam? What was the bloodiest single-day battle of the Civil War? Shiloh, Gettysburg, Chancellorsville, or Antietam? Janie, they've all left you to your own device. I just now noticed Melinda's not here. Where's Melinda? I know she's back from Chicago. Was she going somewhere else? Oh, that's right. They were going to Iceland. Can't keep up with them. I guess they went to Iceland. What was the bloodiest single-day battle? It was the Battle of Antietam. You know, when I read this, I always thought it was Shiloh, but apparently it was Antietam. And the casualty rates would probably show that. Here we go. Question 19. What nickname was given to Confederate General Thomas J. Jackson? Stonewall, Lightning, Ironclad, or Bulldog? What nickname was given to Confederate General Thomas J. Jackson? Stonewall, Lightning, Ironclad, or Bulldog? Yeah, her and Pete were going to Iceland. That's what they were over there talking about. They were trying to, I think, arrange flights or do something, but that's where they decided they were going to go. But you never know. You never know where they're going to end up. What nickname was given to Confederate General Thomas Jackson? And when I was a kid and studying Civil War, he was probably the one that I read the most about because of how brilliant he was. Stonewall Jackson, you got it. Everybody got it right. That's good. Everybody got it. Hey, we're on the last question of this go-round. This has been a tight race. Here we go. Last question. Which famous speech began with 87 years ago? The Gettysburg Address, the second inaugural address, the farewell address, or the Emancipation Proclamation? Which famous speech begins with 87 years ago? The Gettysburg Address, the second inaugural address, the farewell address, or the Emancipation Proclamation? Last question. This was a hard one, I know. All right. Now, don't everybody run off now after the game. I want to talk to everybody about this right the next line. This is going to be fun. And I want to explain it to you. The Gettysburg Address. Everybody got it right. So, plus I want it in the video because this video stays up on social media. Leanne, Sharon, Janie, Linda, everybody got it right there. It stays up on social media, so it's going to be in there. Look at that. Linda Baker Bragg and Steve Bragg. That's good. Congratulations. I'm proud to see that. And Mr. Bill Hoy came in there. These numbers are so small, Bill. But the points, you look like you're pretty close. And then Sharon and Janie. All right, everybody.